So right now you're seeing one of the best Canon lenses with the worst possible lights. Just wait, after the intro. What's up guys, Dan Furlani here and welcome back to a new video. If you're new to this channel, there's one thing you need to know. I make videos with and about the Canon EOS R, the Canon R6, the Canon M50 and the Canon R6, which is filming right now, by the way. Well, recently I haven't posted any video for 7 days, but I'm here now and I'm gonna show you something. As I mentioned, in the next video there will be a special announcement and I'm not ready for it right now, so you're gonna have to wait for the next video. Other updates, I'm on a diet trying to get shredded, to get a physique. So I'm not eating candy and not eating sweets, low carbs, and every time I see a cookie, put that cookie down. I mean, you get the idea. Anyway, right now, here, what's the topic of this video? I want to show you the Canon 90D with the 16-35mm f2.8 version 2 Mark II. I heard it both ways. Okay, anyways, right now I'm using another lens, a different one, the 10-18mm, which is actually designed specifically for crop sensor cameras. So it corresponds to a 16 to a 28-ish, something like that. And here, it looks fine, even though I'm at ISO 1600, but I think it looks fine. What do you think about it? Leave a comment down below, hit the like button and subscribe if you ain't already. And check the links in the description to see all my gear, stuff and things. My gear. So, you would say, this lens is fine. It's really wide and it looks fine here, right? Right. But its maximum aperture is f4.5 right now, here. So even though it's very wide and nice, you can even vlog with it. But what if we go someplace darker, with really bad light? Chances are we're gonna need a wider aperture. Of course, if we use a 1.8 or f1.4, something like that, it would be perfect, okay? But we're talking about wide angle lenses, and that means that our best shot here is the 16-35mm, and I'm gonna show it to you right now. But first I continue, I'm gonna show you this lens in a darker environment, right? And here it is, still on the 10-18mm EFS for crop sensor cameras, and it's really dark, and its maximum aperture, as I mentioned, is at 4.5 right now, and ISO 3200, and I think it's pretty dark. What do you think about it? Again, leave a comment down below and hit the like button and subscribe if you ain't already. Also, if you want 1 month of awesome music and great sound effects for free, check the link to Epidemic Sound. Now, alright, so I could set it to f6400 or something like that. I can try and I'll show you what it looks like. 1 second. Still underexposed and ISO 6400. Why do I want to show to you the 16-35mm instead of any other fast lens that could suit our needs in the dark or low light conditions? Not no light conditions, just low light. Mainly because it's pretty wide. I know it's not gonna be like this 10-18mm. It corresponds to a 16 to 28 or something. Because when you put the 16-35mm here, it's cropped times 1.6. So it's gonna be 16, a 28 something. So it's maximum width. The field of view won't be like this, it will be a little tighter. But as you will see, we will probably solve the problem of the light, because the aperture is f2.8, so much better. I mean, not so much better, but definitely better. Okay, 1 second. And here it is, the Canon 90D with the 16-35mm f2.8 Mark II, version 2, whatever, potato, Okay, so right now ISO 3200 and aperture f2.8. So what do you think about it? Leave a comment down below, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and look at it. I mean, I guarantee you this is probably the worst light you can find here. Like, it's so bad, it's one of the worst places, but that's what I wanted to test. This camera with this lens in low light conditions and very bad light. Because if I go to the bridge, I'm gonna show to you in a bit. If I go there, there are better lights, so it wouldn't be a good test in my opinion. Alright, so as you can see, it's pretty much tighter, kind of a lot tighter than the 10 to 18 millimeters at 10 millimeters. This is 16, that corresponds to 28-ish, I believe, something like that. But hey, what are the advantages of this lens? I mean, the most important, the most relevant advantage of this lens is its aperture, f2.8, better than f4.5, right? Right. So ISO 3200, and I think it looks much better than the 10 to 18 millimeters at 6400 ISO. Airplane. Can you hear that? All right. So, the 10 to 18 millimeters has a worse maximum aperture, okay? And a worse overall quality, because, come on, the 16 to 35 is an L series lens. It's supposed to be much better. But, you know, the 10 to 18 millimeters has stabilization. This one, 16 to 35, no, it doesn't have stabilization. And the camera goes without saying, the Canon 90D doesn't have IBIS. So I want to show you what it looks like when you walk with it, like if you're vlogging or something, and if it's too shaky without stabilization, and with digital stabilization, the digital stabilization of the camera that crops a little bit more, but we will see. Now, okay, now I'm walking with my Joby Gorilla Pod, no stabilization whatsoever. Let me know what you think about it. Is it too shaky? Now, with the image stabilization on. Again, let me know what you think about it. Leave a comment down below, and it's important. Hit the like button so I know that you enjoyed this video. Now, the fact that we can keep the aperture, the fact that we get a maximum aperture of f2.8 means that we get more light. So also when we shoot B-roll, let's say in 60 or 120 frames per second, it doesn't get too dark. You know, so we can get more useful footage. I'm gonna show it to you right now. So the 16 to 35 millimeters doesn't have stabilization. It's tighter, so you don't get the same field of view of a 10 to 18. like on a full frame over 16 millimeters, I mean, but it's cropped, as I said, times 1.6, but everything is compensated by its maximum aperture. Because I think like from f4.5 that I had to use ISO 6400 or more. Like with 3200 I was fine, I believe. I will check that and I will see it because I haven't seen it yet. I'm still shooting it. Alright, that's it for today. I really hope you enjoyed this one. And guys, I'll see you in the next video. Because remember,
I'll be back.